Hey there. I want to talk today about toxic people and situations. Everyone's talking about toxic people. We need to get away from them. And that's a subject that I really want to dive into because I love talking about energy and where we invest our energy. And it all goes together. Our beliefs, they all go together. So there are two, I like to look at it this way. They're like investment options, right? On one side, we have a lot of positive emotions, love, compassion, forgiveness, all these things over here are gratitude. Are gonna lift your energy. And when I do workshops and I test your physical strength, thinking about things that really make you feel loved and nourished, your physical strength is actually stronger. So imagine if just in 1 second of a thought can physically strengthen or weaken your body. Imagine what that does to you over time. So that's your energy. So, and I'll explain it further in a minute. And as we get into the lower vibrational energy, it physically weakens our body. So over time, that's taxing as well. But emotionally, it does it as well. We're either rising up into a higher vibration where if you imagine a problem being at a vibrational level of 5, and your energy is at 2, whether it is in shame or it is in judgment or it is feeling disempowered, it's at a 2, then the 5, your problem is a big problem. You're not going to understand how to solve it. You're going to keep going round and round at that low vibration. But as you raise your vibration, and if you're at an 8 and you look down, there's no problem. So how do you get there? First thing is anything that we give power has power over us. So, for instance, saying something that just happens to be the thing to say, right? Toxic people, that's the new thing. Everything and everybody is toxic. You got to stay away from the toxic people. That, first of all, it's just as bad to me as diagnosing people with being narcissists and this and that. All of that just keeps us separated and stuck, right? Because if they're toxic, then the connotation is that is more powerful than you. And that's not the case. It's just where you're putting that energy. If you're putting the energy in judgment, yes, it is. Toxic people and toxic situations are more powerful than you because you're in a very low vibration. But as you start lifting your vibration and you start focusing on the things that you love and you start focusing on the things that you're grateful for and you start getting inquisitive and looking at the person or situation getting out of the judgment, which is such a low vibration, into, what is it I'm here to see in this situation? What am I being brought to learn, right? We assume this person or situation is toxic because the relationship that we have in that moment with them feels that way. It doesn't feel nourishing. It doesn't feel empowering. But there takes 2 people to do that. It takes you as well. It's only that way because of the part that you're playing as well. So what if we let go of that part? What if we let go and we just sent it love and light? What if we did that? What if we got back into who we are, feeling empowered no matter what is going around us or who is doing what? That's how we claim our power back. We don't always get the answers right away. We don't always know why someone is acting the way they are. We spoke yesterday about the fact that most of the time people are running on their own programs. They're running on their old tapes. So when people aren't happy, they usually hurt other people or situations just, they're not even aware of it. They don't know how to find their own power. So if we then in turn decide, okay, well, they're being hurtful, so now I need to act disempowered and come from that same energy, then you're a vibrational match. And you believe that that toxic person or that toxic situation has power over you, then it does. It truly does, because we hand it over. Our power is always within us, and we always have a choice on how we want to perceive a situation. I had a friend yesterday who has just been really in a great place. I mean, she always is. She's always catching her old habit of jumping into drama situations and really coming from a place of positivity and love and empowerment. But somebody, an old family member, had sent her a message that was really hurtful and hateful. And because she was having a low moment, which we all do, you know, we wake up and we just feel certain things going on in us. To me, I call that a workout. It's like, you know, that's why we're here. We're not going to have this perfect little life all the time. We're always learning, growing, and we're always we're continuing. If you stay open, you continue to learn and grow. So it's not like you climb a mountain and this is your life and it's just no obstacles. Our life is about obstacles so that we can get stronger, we can get clearer, we can become a better version of ourselves by softening our edges. My life has had so many topsy-turvy obstacles, and I mean, just for instance, I broke my 2 arms 4 times. That's ridiculous, right? So things happen, but we learn to be a softer, more loving version of ourselves. We get to learn that. We don't always, not everybody decides to do that. But if you decide to do that, your life is filled with joy, peace, and freedom, and purpose. For me, my purpose is about helping others who struggle in the ways that I've struggled, right? That feels really, really good for me. Now, I couldn't possibly be as passionate as I am if I read it in a book and didn't really understand how to claim my power, didn't really understand what it feels like to be frustrated, overwhelmed, and disempowered. I know those like the back of my hand. But I also understand how to pull myself out and how to help others pull themselves out. So my invitation to you is, don't jump on the bandwagon. If everyone's hating whoever's president, you know, or think about that for a moment. If you're putting your energy in feeling disempowered, then there's no way that we can collectively elevate ourselves. So think twice before you call someone toxic. You know, that person is struggling and they're definitely in pain in some way, right? And I would just focus on the fact that you're not struggling in that way, and that you can come from a place of love. You can come from a place of gratitude. And from that place of feeling it within yourself, send it to them. Because the less other people struggle, the less struggle we're going to have with each other. So stop calling people toxic. Stop calling situations toxic as if they can take your power. Because again, nothing takes our power. We hand it over. So if we say that we have faith and we say that we are in love and we are in gratitude, that's like putting your foot on a gas pedal. But as soon as we start saying, oh, this thing over here, is controlling me in some way, has made my decision, has made my day bad, then you have one foot on the gas and one foot on the brake, and you go round and round and round and round, and that's what makes us feel stuck. So the key is try not to label. I mean, it's just it's just sad how as soon as we could be madly in love with someone and then we break up and it's like, oh my god, they were just so toxic, they're bipolar, and they're gaslighting me, every one of those hot terms that everyone's using to make themselves better. And whenever we do that, we keep ourselves stuck because we are not in love, we are in judgment, and that is what keeps us stuck. Claim your power back. It's there waiting for you. Post your comments. I always love to hear them, and you have an amazing day. Mwah.